dear students, I hope you all are fit and fine. So, this is your chemistry class and today we are going to start the new chapter of chemistry, that is chapter number 2, physical and chemical changes. So, let us start with the first topic of this chapter, that is physical and chemical properties. So, firstly you have to know about what are the properties. So, every substance possesses certain characteristics that are called the properties. For example, these includes any type of trait that can be measured, such as substance, density, color, mass, volume, shape, size, order. Okay, so all these includes in the properties. So, there are two types of properties. First one is the physical properties and the second one is the chemical properties. So, let us talk about first physical properties. The properties associated with the physical change which can be determined by the physical observations. Means in this the change of state, color, shape, size observes. These type of properties are called the physical properties. For example, melting point, boiling point, density, solubility, color, order, thermal and electrical conductivities. These are under the physical properties. Now, let us talk about the chemical properties. As the name indicates, chemical properties. So, these are the properties that are associated with the chemical change that can be determined by the chemical reactions. So, in this chemical properties, there is a change in the chemical composition. So, these type of properties deals with the chemical composition of the substance, not with the color, shape and size of the substance. For example, chemical properties include action with air, water, acids, alkalis, oxidizing agent, reducing agents. Means in this chemical properties we observe the chemical reactions and there is a change in the chemical composition of a substance. So, our next topic is physical and chemical changes. So, firstly you have to know about what is change. So, a change is the transformation of a substance from one form into the another form. So, this can be physical also or chemical also. So, firstly we will talk about the physical change. So, physical change is a temporary change in which no new substance is formed and can be reversed by the physical means. For example, water on cooling changes into the ice form, and when we remove the ice from the refrigerator, due to heating it will change into the water form again. So, this change is not a permanent change. So, that is why we can say that this is a temporary change in which no new substance is formed. So, this is a physical change in which there is a change of state, color, shape and size occurs. Next is characteristics of a physical change. First one is it is a temporary change, means in physical change the change is not a permanent. So, that is why it is a temporary change. Second point is there is a change in the physical properties of the substance. Physical properties means there is a change in the state, color, shape and size, etc. Okay. Next point is the composition of the substance doesn't change, means the composition of ice and water is same. When we change the water into ice or the ice into water, there is no change in the chemical composition of the substance. Next is no new substance are produced. Next point is this change can be easily reversed, means we can change the water into ice and ice into water. Then also there is no change of energy. Next is there is no change in the mass also. For example, if you calculate the mass of the water before freezing and after freezing, then it will be same. Next we will see some examples that are showing the physical changes. First one is dissolution of sugar in water. Take 5 gram of sugar and dissolve in 100 ml of water taken in the beaker, and after that you will observe the following results. Like when we dissolve the sugar in water, then we observe that there is no new substances are formed in this. On crystallization of the sugar solution, the sugar is recovered back. So, this is a temporary change, or we can say that it is a reversible change. Reversible in the sense that firstly we will dissolve the sugar in water, then after dissolving, on crystallization we get the sugar crystals back. So, this is a reversible change. Next point is, there is no change in the mass during the dissolution of sugar in water. Means the mass of the water before dissolving the sugar and after dissolving the sugar is same. Next is, there is no change of energy observed in this process. Next example is magnetization of iron. Means in this process we can change the iron into a magnet. So, for that you have to take a soft iron bar and wrap this with the help of copper wire. When you pass the current through the wire, then what will you observe, that the iron act as a magnet. Its one end act as a south pole and the another end act as a north pole. And when you place the iron nails near it, then it will attract the iron nails towards itself. So, it act as a magnet. Further, it is noticed that the nails fall off when the current is switched off. So, that is why it is a temporary change. Means when the current is not passed, then it does not behave like a magnet. So, this change is a temporary change. Means the iron is not a permanent magnet. Next is, the weight of the iron bar before and after the passage of current remains same. Means the weight of the iron bar before magnetization and after magnetization will remain same, and also there is no change of energy occurs in this process. Third example is freezing of water. So, for that, take some water and place it in refrigerator to get ice, and you can observe the following things, that the ice on gaining heat from atmosphere melts and give liquid. Therefore, it is a temporary change. Means ice changes into the liquid form, means the state is not permanent, it is a temporary change. Second point is, no change in the mass occur. Means the mass of the ice and the mass of the water will remain same before freezing and after freezing. Next is, the heat lost during freezing is gained during melting. So, the heat that is lost during freezing, it is gained during melting.